We're on the trail. So I'll bring you with me. I don't know whether it should be this way or the other way. So anyway, this is the way we're going to go for it. And we'll see, won't we? Um, the sun is out and gosh, doesn't everything feel better in the sun? I had to come and say, hello sun! Welcome back. We've missed you. And just wanting to pop in and see about. I hope the sound's okay because there's wind, so we're just seeing. It's been a while since we've been out here, but anyway, where'd you go when the shit hits the fan? It's been one of those weeks for us. Car, Nico, she's sick. She's very sick actually. She's an old lady, but she's got some good legs, and but she needs a new engine. It's a very big fix. Not as expensive as one might think. Well, it's $2,200, but it's $2,200. And rent goes up this month, and we've been told that we at work that time's tough apparently, and can't pay us for 2 weeks. It's quite a lot. Last night I had time and felt all of it. We just heard about the furlough yesterday, and there's no they won't allow you to use any vacation time or anything like that, so it's really like a like you're missing a whole week's pay for 2 months, a week a month, and it all just feels such a lot, and there's lots of feelings of being a failure and all kinds of stuff inside that last night I just I sobbed and I sobbed and I sobbed, and this morning I woke up with kind of tired resignation, acceptance, and a movement, obviously, right, into, there's people right there, so let them, I don't want them to have to listen to me. When there's movement of time, then the emotions are moved too. And so I don't remember, did I sleep, crying myself to sleep, but I obviously fell asleep because I woke up, so I was asleep at some point. And I love this trail so much. It's like so pretty. And there's a main road, there's a road right there. Imagine if every neighborhood had this. Can you imagine? Anyway, going back to the thing. But here's the thing I think with feelings is they want to be felt so they can have a place, right? And they need to be felt in space. Then you need to have a space in order to be able to feel them. I've been talking a lot about space, right? Like giving ourselves that quiet time, that space between the busyness to actually, to actually be able to process literally what's going on. It sounds very wah-wah, but to process it. But we don't have time. We go from one thing to the next, and the next thing we know, we can't really, there's just so much, and you're just basically reacting to everything because, well, what else can you do? And then when you do sit down, you do have a moment, there's all this stuff, so you just don't want that, so you just distract with something else, right? And so we do need that time. And so actually what happened is, is the glass half full or half empty, right? And there's a psychologist that said, well, it doesn't matter if it's half full or half empty. What matters is how you hold it. And isn't that the rub, right? So imagine that if it's light and you're holding it, it doesn't matter how heavy it is because all day long you've got to take it with you, right? Everywhere you go. And it will ultimately become heavy and it's cumbersome, right? But what you can do is you have an option. You can put that glass down. And so that's what you do with the space. You allow the space to feel it, and you recognize the glass, you know what's in it, you do what you need to do, and then you have a place that you can put it down and you can put it to the side, right? So that's what you do. You take it and you put it to the side and you put it down. got some neighbours coming up this know, so I might say hello.
I think that's the most peaceful thing.
Hello.
You say that.
And so that's, then you're not carrying it with you. So with our worries and our troubles, that we can have a place and space for them, and we can be able to feel the feelings so that we can put them in their space and have them in their place. And then we can also remind them, some of mine have been really like popping in night sweats, so I'm awake a lot, right? And then the worry train's just like, oh, this is ace, right? Because she's awake, it's the middle of the night, she can't do anything, she's wet through, can't get up and read or anything like that. It's just not that kind of party. And so it wants to come in. And recently I've started saying, thank you, but actually I'm going to sleep right now, so let's do this another time, if at all, but thanks. And, it's actually quite powerful. So that's something that, where do you go? Like normally I would, before, gone to alcohol or food, I don't do either of those now. Well, tonight I'm fasting and I'm actually going to go and have a sauna when I get back to the house, because I'm house sitting with Samaj for a few months, and we've got our sauna back. And the trail and all the lovely things in the Eurovan, so thankfully, whilst our car is broken. And so, yeah, having a place to be able to put that stuff down, because ultimately we've got to find our own pockets of peace where we can along the way. It's not going to be continuous, but we have to put that where it needs to be so that we can be here. Like right now, I'm under the blue sky, I'm talking with you. It's a weekend with a low tide and a full moon eclipse. I'll be drawing out there at 5 o'clock at Newport Beach. There's for me, like there, right? And so I can't get too caught up, but I do have to deal with that. It doesn't mean that you don't deal with it. It's not copping out. It's not putting your head in the sand, right? You do have to deal with it, but you do have to know when to put it down so that you don't carry it with you all the time, because that's where we just really run ourselves ragged. I am going to continue with the trail right now and say goodbye. So I just wanted to share that. And let's see how the sound is and whether the screen is the right way, because we'll do more of these. All right, I'd love to hear your thoughts and sending you lots of love. Just be kind to yourself and to everyone else. Just be fucking kind. There you go. I should have this bumper sticker, shouldn't we? Just be fucking kind to you, yourself, and everyone. Just be fucking kind. BFK. Bye bye.